Hello, I think I am live, although I'm not getting the notification here that I'm live, so we will see. Hello, if you can see me, say hello. Happy Friday to you. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing Friday. I'm excited to join you here today. Oh, there we go. Got the notification that I'm live. Awesome. So awesome. Well, welcome to this impromptu unlock your creativity, how to get unstuck and rediscover your passion quick training that I just wanted to hop on here and share. It was something that was on my mind this morning. I'm like, I just need to hop on and share this with you all. So I'm just curious if you're anything like me, have you ever felt stuck or blocked when it comes to your creativity? And by creativity, I'm not really meaning necessarily artwork, although I mean I do love to paint and things like that. Although, and if you do like to do that kind of stuff, it could mean that you enjoy doing artwork or writing or playing music and things like that. But by creativity, I'm more along the line thinking of like your everyday life, being creative in your everyday life. So it can mean just your daily routine, the things that you're doing on a daily basis. It could be what you're having for dinner. It could be the clothes that you wear every day or where you go for date night. The list obviously could go on and on, but it just means like creativity in your own life. There's so many things, though. There's so many areas of our life that we could find ourselves getting into a rut and feeling stuck. And so I'm just curious, are you anything like me? And have you ever felt like you were stuck or in a rut when you're talking about like your day to day? So drop a 1 in the comments, or you can even drop a poop emoji if you feel like it. Like if you're feeling stuck or in a rut, sometimes you feel like poop, right? So feel free to drop a poop emoji, whatever you'd like to do. But like we're not we all get like this, right? So don't feel like you're the only one that feels like you're stuck, because you're not. There's so many of us who feel stuck. I find myself getting stuck a lot. And so it's just about, and actually, this is what I'm going to be sharing today, are just some quick techniques to help you to get unstuck, things that I've found that are helpful, and also to really dive into your true purpose, and specifically around your creativity, of course. But I'd also love to invite you to, I'm having an upcoming free webinar that's called Empowering Yourself to Get Unstuck. And it's coming up on Wednesday, September 11th. So mark your calendar. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time, where I'm going to be sharing different strategies for having some immediate change and boosting your confidence, also aligning to your goals and transforming your life. So how cool is that? Wouldn't you just love to boost your confidence and get aligned with your goals, right? So if so, drop a yes in the comments. And also you can actually sign up for this free webinar by going to building-upward/live. And I'm going to see if I can get it to show up on the screens. Hey, Keely. Hey, Stacy. Hey guys, thanks for hopping on. I'm going to see if I can actually share the link to show up here. I should have had it ready ahead of time, but that's okay. It's building-upward/live. All right. I'm going to just have it show up. Let's see if it will show up. Ha, look at that. Hopefully I spelled it right, because I'm just typing last minute and I got my nails done so they're fancy and long, and I cannot function with long nails sometimes because I'm not used to it. They're on the longer side normally, but not quite this long. Okay, so anyway, enough about that. I'll leave the link up on the screen if you want to hop in and sign up for the free webinar coming up on September 11th. And all right, so creativity, and I'm talking about creativity in your daily life, your daily routine, what you're doing on a daily basis. Creativity is literally a powerful force, and it can transform your life. If you can be creative with things, think about how incredible your life can be. You can be creative in every aspect of your life, but it's also so easy to get stuck and not feel creative, and to feel kind of like completely disconnected from it. So if you're struggling to tap into your creative energy, or to dive into things you're passionate about, or try to switch things up a lot, you're not alone. And we're going to chat a little bit more right now about how to get unstuck and how to reignite that little creativity spark that you have, because you all have it. I know you do. So first, the very first thing is to recognize and address where your creative blocks are happening. And so first of all, just acknowledging the fact that you are blocked is something in itself. We all have to have awareness of what's going on in our life, because if we're not aware of what's happening, we're just like running on autopilot and we're just going through the day, and life is just happening to us. But if we want to have life happen for us, and if we want to create this life and be creative in this life, then we need to start acknowledging when things are happening and become aware of it. And so the very first thing is to just acknowledge the fact that you have a block to begin with. Like, oh, all right, I'm kind of feeling a little stuck right now, or I'm feeling a little blocked right now. And just understanding that, the understanding in itself is right there. It can cause you to have a little bit more understanding around your situation. It'll cause you to kind of break away from that stuck feeling to begin with, because all of a sudden you're bringing it to awareness, and you won't have that frustration around it as well. And then also then to secondly, identify what is triggering you, like what's causing that block to happen in the first place. So maybe you're under a lot of stress, or maybe you have some self-doubt, or you don't really believe in yourself, so you feel like you can't be creative in different areas. Or maybe you're just not inspired. Maybe you're just at a point where you're just like, I don't know, nothing is just sparking my interest. But if you're able to identify what it is that you think is causing that block in whatever area it is, all of a sudden then you can address it a little bit easier. Because if you first you're like, okay, I'm aware, I'm feeling blocked. I feel like we have the same things for dinner over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, we've had the same meal 500 times in the last couple of years. And it's just, you're so sick of it. You're just like, I'm in a rut here when it comes to making dinner. And I'm using this as an example, of course. You could be stuck in any area, but I'm just saying this. Okay. So the fact that you realize, okay, I'm stuck. I'm making the same things for dinner over and over again. We're in a rut right here. You're identifying it. And then two, why do I think this is? Maybe I'm having a little self-doubt. Like I don't think I can even really make anything more because I've never tried really making anything different. Or maybe I just have no inspiration whatsoever. Like I haven't seen any recipes that look at all appetizing or whatever. Or maybe it's just you're so stressed that you don't even want to think about dinner. And so when dinner comes around, you just make the same old. Okay, so but recognizing those things like, oh, okay, so maybe I need to do something to handle my stress, or maybe I need to ask for help, or maybe I need to look in other places for new recipes, or maybe I need to work on giving myself a little boost of confidence. So right there, just knowing the fact that you're stuck and then identifying what could be causing it, right there, then you're able to tackle it and start working on any of those issues. Okay. So now, once you've been able to actually address what the blocks are and how they came about and what you can do about it, now it's time to really reignite that creativity, because you all have that creativity spark. It might be deep down in, but you have it inside of you, and you're going to and you want to bring it to the surface. And so one of the things is to just sometimes change your environment. So if you're trying to come up with something, you're trying to think of new ideas, and again, this could be around anything, wherever you're feeling stuck. So it could be where you want to have a date night, what you want to have for dinner, what kind of clothes you're going to be wearing, whatever it is. It doesn't even really matter what the area is that you're being stuck. But if you can change your environment when you think about it, when you are doing your brainstorming. So maybe you're usually always in your kitchen when you're thinking about dinner, but maybe that's what's holding you back. Maybe you need to go somewhere else to start thinking about dinner. Maybe you need to go into a store that has dinner, like meal kits, or that even has like pots and pans. Or maybe you just need to go outside and walk around in nature. You find the place that sparks your creativity, but sometimes it's a matter of taking yourself out of where you're normally thinking about this, or maybe you haven't been thinking about it at all. But even so, changing up your environment, changing around what's around you, things that might inspire you. So maybe pop open a book, or maybe have some artwork or some plants around that might spark your creativity. The next thing is to just try experimenting, just experimenting with new things. Okay, so even if you're a little hesitant about it, just try experimenting. So it could be just doing something a little bit outside of your regular routine, or it could be doing something a little bit different for dinner. So maybe it's just adding a different side dish, maybe not change up the whole thing, but just a different side dish. Or maybe if you're getting in a rut around going out for date night, maybe you always go to the same restaurant. So try changing it up to a different restaurant. It doesn't mean you're changing up what you're doing. You're still going out to dinner, but it could just mean going to a different place. So this is what I mean by just changing things up and trying different things just a little bit at first. You don't want to totally disrupt it, because then that might completely throw you off. Although you could, if you're feeling brave, go for it. Do something totally new. If you normally just go out to dinner for date night, try going for a hike, or go out for a picnic or something. Do something completely different. Or if you're used to having chicken for dinner, try a completely different thing. Go for pork. But you know what I mean. Try it completely different for a little bit, or at least partially different, and experiment with new things. Because then once you're able to make that first step of doing something a little bit different than usual, all of a sudden it's like, oh, that wasn't so bad. I can start doing this a little bit more. And then here and there, you start sprinkling in this creativity amongst all of the things that you're doing in your day. And every time you go to do these different things that you used to feel kind of stuck around. Another thing is to just practice mindfulness. Now, this can be prayer, because sometimes just asking God for some inspiration is help in itself. And then make sure you're taking time to listen. Also, meditation, just really letting yourself be in complete silence, or you could even listen to a guided meditation that's specifically around creativity or inspiration, or in the specific area of your life that you're feeling a little stuck and not as creative as you'd like. Or even journaling. Journaling is super helpful. When you can all of a sudden start journaling around something, you would not believe the ideas that just start flowing out of your head, through your hand, and onto that paper. And so do that to see if because what it does is it clears up all of that mental clutter. We all have mental clutter, right? I mean, our houses might be cluttered, but our head is also cluttered, because it's like, it has so many things. We have a zillion things going on in our lives. And so our brain gets cluttered up. And that's why sometimes we get in this stuck pattern. And so being able to just be in mindfulness, prayer, meditation, journaling, those are three of my favorite things to do. Even just kind of going for a walk in nature and allowing just nature to inspire you. That's always helpful as well. Also, try setting up very small and achievable goals in those specific areas of your life where you're feeling stuck. Sometimes by having a goal where then you can then break that down into smaller pieces and smaller tasks or action items that you can do, it gives you kind of some momentum, because you can just work on a little piece of it rather than the whole thing, or totally change things up. And so by setting goals around things and breaking them down into actual action steps, that's exciting too. And it gets the momentum going, gets your creativity juices flowing. Also, seeking inspiration from other people, other sources. So opening a book, or maybe watching a movie, or connecting with other creative people online. I mean, we're so blessed to have the internet. Sometimes it can be awful, but it can also be inspiring. Pinterest is a great place to look for ideas for things. So if you're getting stuck in a rut around what to make for dinner, look up dinner ideas. And you can even put in such specific things. If you have certain guidelines around it, or maybe you need it to be like done in 30 minutes or less, look up ideas. And if it's even a matter of like where you're going to go for date night, or switching up your routine, you can get different ideas on places like Pinterest and even other social media places. So I hope that is helpful to you. I wanted to make this super quick today, but also give you something that you can start implementing into your life to get out of that rut, and to start being creative, and let your creative juices and your passions just flow. And all of a sudden, your life is going to feel so much more fun and enjoyable, because you are no longer stuck in that rut. So if if you are feeling inspired by what you learned today, but you would like a little bit more guidance, maybe around getting unstuck in other areas of your life, not just the creativity piece of things. Again, I do enjoy having you here, but I invite you to join me in getting unstuck at the webinar on Wednesday, September 11th. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can sign up for that by going to the link that's on the screen. I think if you can see my screen, buildingupward.com/live. Remember, there's the dash in between. Unfortunately, the buildingupward.com domain is being used by somebody else. Can you believe it? So it's building-upward.com/live. And you can sign up for that. And again, I highly encourage you to sign up for, even if you're feeling like you're having some creative blocks, or you want some help reigniting your passion and just getting unstuck in some of those areas of your life. I'm going to be really deep diving on that. And I'm super excited to have you there. And even if you can't attend live, please do register, because then you get the replay as well as a couple free gifts, which is awesome. I love giving people some tools that they can use to get unstuck in different areas of their life. So make sure that you register for that today. And this will allow you to just really start on your journey of being more creative, being more free, and having a fulfilled and happy life. So I can't wait. I can't wait to have you on. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you're able to hop on today. I know it was super last minute that I threw this out there, but I had on my heart that I needed to share this with you. And because being creative is something that I enjoy doing. And I know that it's so frustrating sometimes when you get stuck in that rut. So please feel free to drop a comment. Let me know if this was helpful. And I can't wait to see you at the free webinar coming up on September 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern at building-upward/live is how you can sign up for that, to just start unlocking yourself and breaking free of where you're feeling stuck. I can't wait for you to have that feeling. So sign up. Can't wait to see you there, and have an absolutely amazing rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend. I will see you again very soon. And I think I have to end this live in a couple different places. So I might be on for a couple seconds more, but have an amazing rest of your day.